What's up, party people? It's your old pal F here, and welcome to another edition of F Bombs. Thank you for tuning in. Before I get started, let me get this out of the way. Please, 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 if you're watching this, if you're hearing the nasally twang of my Midwestern dialect, please, please, please take a minute to stop, hit subscribe, hit like, hit share, and by all means, when you're done watching this video, watch the cartoons on this channel, because that's the main reason I make these, is to serve as a support system to the cartoons, because we are desperately trying to get our watch hours up, and that is tough when your cartoons are each only about 3 minutes long. So, so please, talk about us on social media, like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Okay, so here's the thing. I first of all, I hope you guys appreciate this, because I was right in the middle of preparing a very nice meal for myself, quite honestly, and I haven't eaten yet today, so I'm starving, and I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I like to eat. But it just, something hit me, because I get asked all the time, how do I get my start in animation? How do I jumpstart my career? How do I do this? How do I do that? And for some reason, I started thinking to myself, what is the biggest mistake people make? And the thing is, it's almost never one single thing. It's usually, a lot of little things, but there is one major rule that I'm going to give you right now for free, with the hopes that you'll, pay it forward by like, sharing, and subscribing and all that stuff. There's one major sort of overarching whatever philosophy that I feel like a lot of people don't apply to their professional aspirations, and this is it, everybody. So please pay attention, get something to write this down with, because honestly, yes, this applies to animation. Yes, it applies to the media, arts, entertainment, whatever, comics, whatever it is. But this rule honestly applies to everything. Like, if you're looking to get a job, this is, I don't care if it's a job flipping burgers at Burger King. Like, if you need a job and you need to find work, this is the one rule that you should have on your mind the entire time you are looking for work. And here it is. Make yourself easy to hire. Now, that sounds really simple, but you'd be surprised how many people don't follow that rule. Because I get people approaching me all the time, and by the way, I don't even pay anything. Fountains Pen Productions, it's a mentorship program. I pay people by teaching them what I can about animation. So I'm not even a boss per se, but this I used this rule, or I saw this rule either being enacted or being completely ignored back when I was in Los Angeles and I was in director positions and I was in a position to hire people. I was amazed at how many people seem to not have this very simple rule down. Make yourself easy to hire. What does that mean? Well, in today's age, where a lot of putting yourself out there involves cold calling, or just a DM out of nowhere, or whatever it is, it gets a little bit trickier, and that's why I wanted to take a minute to make this video. In everything you do, you should be asking yourself, what is it like in the other person's shoes? Have I made this easy on them? And if the answer is no, you need to rethink how you're going about things, because I'll get a direct message on X that'll just be like, "Sup?" and it'll end there. And then a little bit later, I'll get a follow-up to that, and it'll say, "How are you?" And I'll reply back, "Fine, thanks, how are you?" And I'll get on with my life. And then a little later, they'll be like, "I don't have any experience, but I really, really want to get into making cartoons. Can you help?" And now, never mind the fact that I'm already a little put off by the opening volley at all. But even if I get past that, but again, I do want to point out that I've already demonstrated this person. When you do that, um, you're automatically making it at least that much more difficult for the person on the other end to take you seriously and to think of you as a serious talent. You should behave and you should conduct yourself as someone who is worthy of being hired. Um, and by contrast, I've gotten other DMs that have been the opposite of that, where they have started out something like, dear Mr. F, I hope this finds you well. I apologize if I'm intruding upon your privacy, but I wanted to tell you that, I admire what you're doing with the mentorship program, and I am very interested in joining. How would you prefer that I proceed? Da, 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 da. That person has made it very easy for me to go, oh, this person is serious. They've taken the time to compose an opening volley that, yes, flatters me a little bit and puts me in a good mood, and therefore gets me in the mood to say, ooh, I want to know more about this person. And that's the first big thing is if you want to make it easy for the other person to want to hire you, maybe open with something other than sup or hi or whatever. Be professional. And then if you get past that point and somebody actually expresses interest in hearing more about you, then be ready. Have your stuff ready. And by have it ready, I don't mean send them a bunch of links, because I myself personally, if you send me a link, I won't follow it. If I don't know exactly who you are and if I don't know the link came from you. And by the way, if your link is, as so many are, connected to some sort of something where I have to enter a password or I have to, download this, that, or the other, once again, you are creating steps for me. You are creating steps for the person presumably doing the hiring. Don't do that. Have stuff that you can put in front of them, makes it very easy for them to watch, or better yet, have have a website or have a Twitter account, have a social media account that's very easy for them to check out, that demonstrates your work. And by the way, if you're going that route, and I don't know why you wouldn't, because it's just so easy to have a Twitter X, an Instagram, whatever it is, it's so easy to have an account devoted strictly to this is me, the professional. That I don't know why everybody doesn't do it. I mean, it just seems like the thing to do. And have your work up there. Have a good sample of your work up there. It's simple. It's easy. It's direct. It doesn't create a lot of work for me on my part or on the part of whoever's doing the hiring. So, and then again, if you get even more of a response like, oh, wow, this, and like I said, have screenshots, have something that you can just go, bam, here it is. Here's what I can do. Again, don't make them work for it. And then if you get an even more intrigued response, everything else should follow that philosophy of how do I make this easy on the other person? How do I make this person want to hire me? And again, one of the most basic things to follow thereafter is just politeness and tact and decorum. Don't let your texts or your emails or whatnot, don't muddle them with a lot of talk about your cat or that time your grandpa got in a fight with the neighbor. Just again, think about the person at the other end of the conversation and think about how can I make this easier on them. And when you're engaging with them, be professional, be polite, be the best version of you that you can. And that doesn't mean don't be friendly and engaging. My goodness, be friendly and engaging, because part of what you're trying to get them to think to themselves is, oh wow, I would like to hire this person. But that also means don't be overly casual. Have your information there. Spell your words correctly. Use good grammar. Be polite. But like I said, this all boils down to one very simple philosophy. When you are looking for work, no matter what capacity it is, no matter what it is. Like I said, I don't care if it's animation. I don't care if it's, you know, making smoothies at Starbucks, whatever it is. Whatever it is, if you're trying to get a job, make it easy for the other person to hire you. And what that means is put yourself in their shoes and ask yourself, how would I like to be approached about this? And really, it doesn't take that much thought. It just takes a little bit of thought, a little bit of planning, um, and that that mindset, that philosophy will erase 9 out of the 10 mistakes people make when they approach someone about looking for a job. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful to you. I would be interested to know your thoughts on the topic, so please feel free in the comments below. I would love to see a discussion get going about this. So by all means, do so. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and please check out the cartoons on the channel. They're really great, and we are working hard to bring you guys free, original, new cartoon content. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, this was F-Bombs. Zigga zigga, party people.